time, but I wanted to talk about this video from Liberal Strategist
Yeah.
podcast. I think nobody outside of political strategists and lobbyists watches his show. I mean, there's some people who hate watch it. Like I do a little bit of that just to see the terrible things that they're saying about conservatives. So Liberal Strategist, it's I forget. Anyways, the show is called The Hurly Burly, and David Herle. He attacks Jamil Jivani by saying he's too physically unattractive to be successful in politics. And I always preface it before I say something mean about somebody else's looks by saying I'm not winning any beauty pageants. And this guy ain't winning any beauty pageants. So anyways, let's watch.
So it's about him and his political future. Is this the show where we're supposed to tell the truth about politics? Is this we're supposed to tell the truth? He's too unattractive physically to be successful in politics. He's not going to be the leader of a political party.
Oh, I don't. Look. I don't know if I'd agree with that. I don't know if his looks are. I'm not going to weigh in on
Which
that
part?
one,
that he's too unattractive, or that he is unattractive? I mean, you got to break this down, Fred. I know it's day one, but come on.
Look. As soon as the election was over, he immediately put out a.
I can't believe you're going to dismiss this as not mattering. Of course, it matters.
I don't look. I think he's well spoken, and I'm not ever going to say if a guy looks good or bad. I just can't do it.
So he.
Okay. Do that guy ever heard about a guy that his name is Jean Chrétien?
Thank you. I just put that in the chat. The Conservatives were absolutely raked over the coals in, I think, in 1993 for mocking Jean Chrétien's facial deformity. And look, I mock Jean Chrétien all the time because he's an old, decrepit weirdo. And he was the last guy to sign off on residential schools. So that's why I make fun of him. And every time they need to attack conservatives, for some reason, they dust off that old fossil. But it's a medical condition. Okay, it's not a matter of discipline. It's not a matter of laziness. And it blew up in the conservatives' faces, rightfully. Like I thought we were done measuring people's faces for their moral failings back in the Nazi eras, like where they would measure people's heads to see, oh, is this a trustworthy person? Oh, can't trust him. Their eyes are too far apart. But Jamil Jivani is, first of all, I don't think he's unattractive. I say this as like just a regular old straight woman. I think he's fine. And he's smart, which makes him better looking. He's conservative, which puts him higher up on the scale. He cares about youth. And he fights for the rights of Christians in the public square. So that, just as far as if you're being superficial, I mean, that puts him a little bit higher up in the rankings for sure. But he survived cancer. That's why he's bald. Okay? It's not, and I'm the first person to make fun of Mark Carney's posture. He has villainous posture and he looks really frail, like a good gust of wind could get him. But Jamil Jivani survived cancer. That's why he's bald. And when I just, the liberals they're the people who are like, everyone's beautiful in their own skin and fat acceptance and all that sort of stuff. They're supposed to be beyond this. And yet they're the first people who trot it out. Bunch of hypocrites.
Like literally, liberals are attacking what you look like instead of your ideas. And they are the first one to say, oh, we need to accept everybody. Everybody is beautiful. There is no ugly people like in this world. And in your back, they will be the most mean person that you ever met.
Yeah. They're always like, trans is beautiful and rejecting the gender binary, but they're the first people who will call me ugly and say I look like a man. Like all the time. All the time. The X replies to me are always quite vigorous, and thankfully I don't care, because when you zoom in on them, you're like, oh, okay. But yeah, like they're just hypocrites on this. Look, I make fun of Rosie Barton all the time. I think she's eating her feelings. And I will, like, sometimes I will mock these public health advisors for looking like 10 different comorbidities related to their lifestyle choices. But it's the hypocrisy that I can't abide. You know, like when someone is morbidly obese and they're going to lecture me about healthy lifestyle choices and then also tell me that RFK is wrong on everything, I don't want to hear it. And so, like, when we have someone who is challenged, let's say, in the looks department, making fun of a cancer survivor because he's not attractive enough to be a leader, to the point where he made everybody else on his own panel of progressives uncomfortable. I mean, like, big yikes. Like, that's a big oof.
I never actually like judge anybody by what they look like, because I was extremely bullied when I was young. So
Yeah.
now I know what it is. Like, sometimes that you have your physical shape, but you're trying so hard to get to something else and you can't really achieve it, and you're really not great in your body. But when my only point it would be, if you represent health in any shape or form, and you are speaking to the population and you are talking about how to be healthy, and you're not, obviously not, that is where I have a problem. Because if you are going to talk about how we need to keep ourselves healthy, but you look like you eat at McDonald's every single meal, I have a problem with that.
Yeah. Look, I'm a 46-year-old woman on the internet. You guys have all watched me age 10 years and 11 years since I started working at Rebel News. I got a thick skin. I don't care. Call me whatever you want in the chat.
Exactly.
I literally don't care. I don't care. I got a good life. I'm fine.